Hey, Celtics Nation. We're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Boston Celtics. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. This way, you'll always stay up to date and never miss out on any exclusive news. TYRESE Haliburton abandoning the Indiana Pacers and supposedly signing with the Boston Celtics has sent shockwaves through every corner of the NBA conversation, and the rumor mill is spinning so rapido. Kane Ningwam Sabe, onde isso vai parar. What makes this rumor so wild is that it came out of nowhere, catching analysts, insiders, and 8OS torcedores mais atentos completely off guard. One day, Haliburton was the smiling franchise cornerstone of Indiana, the face of the rebuild, the guy who represented stability, growth, and long-term vision. And then, out of nowhere, whispers start surfacing that he feels disconnected, undervalued, and tired of carrying the load with no real progress. Whether any of that is true, nobody knows, but the whispers grew louder with every vague social media post he dropped, every cryptic emoji, every interview where he sounded just a little too careful with his words. And the craziest part? People are saying he already gave the green light to Boston in a quiet, behind-the-scenes handshake deal, leaving Pacers fans in disbelief and Celtics fans in a state between shock, excitement, and pure disbelief at the idea of adding one of the game's most dynamic young playmakers. What makes the situation even more surreal is the idea that Haliburton, known for being one of the most positive, loyal, and team-first players in the league, would ever consider turning his back on the Pacers so suddenly. Indiana invested heavily in building around him, reshaping the roster, the coaching staff, and ate mesmo a filosofia de jogo just to maximize his strengths. But the rumor suggests he felt the project was accelerating too slowly, that he wanted to compete for championships now, not in 3 or 4 years. The Celtics, loaded with talent and always in the playoff spotlight, became an irresistible destination according to the whispers. The idea of Haliburton forming a trio with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown is something that sounds quasi injusto, a lineup that instantly transforms Boston from contender to juggernaut. And while no official announcement has been made, insiders claim Haliburton's frustration with the Pacers' front office has been building for months, creating a perfect storm for this rumor to explode. Even more intriguing is how people close to Haliburton allegedly describe his desire for a market that elevates his visibility, something Boston offers in abundance. Indiana, despite its loyal fan base and passionate basketball culture, cannot match the global spotlight that Boston commands. And for a player who wants to push his brand, increase his influence, and maybe even leave a greater mark on NBA history, Boston suddenly makes a lot of sense. Rumors say he felt Indiana wasn't giving him enough leverage in roster decisions and wasn't aggressive enough in pursuing major trades. Meanwhile, the Celtics reportedly pitched him on a vision where he wouldn't just be another piece. He would be a strategic leader, someone whose creativity would redefine their offense. Some even say Haliburton has already been in private conversations with key Celtics players, discussing fit, chemistry, and goals, adding even more gasolina-ness incendio especulativo que, si, espolhau pela liga inteira. As if all that weren't enough, the rumor gained even more traction after a supposed tension-filled meeting between Haliburton and Pacers executives leaked. According to the whispers, and again, none of this is confirmed, the meeting was meant to be a routine discussion about team direction, but quickly spiraled when Haliburton expressed dissatisfaction with the team's inability to attract top-tier talent. Reports claim voices were raised, timelines were questioned, and Haliburton walked out earlier than expected. All of this could be fabrication, exaggeration, or a half-truth stretched into a novella digna de televiso, but it's exactly the type of story that fuels speculation and drives fan bases insane. The timing couldn't be more suspicious either, with the Celtics reportedly preparing to make a major roster move. Suddenly, everything starts connecting like pieces of an invisible puzzle, and Haliburton is right at the center of it. Another layer adding suspense to this entire rumor is Haliburton's known admiration for the Celtics franchise. Over the years, he has praised the organization's culture, competitiveness, historical prestige, and even the dedication of their fan base. Clips of him doing this resurfaced instantly, being shared across social media as evidence that this move has been brewing for much longer than anyone realized. Fans are dissecting every frame, every word, every smile he's ever given when talking about Boston. Celtics fans are already fantasizing about how he would fit into their system, imagining no-look passes to Tatum in the corner, alley-oops to Brown in transition, and clutch-time possessions where Haliburton orchestrates the floor like a maestro in front of TD Garden's roaring crowd. Pacers fans, meanwhile, are in denial, anger, bargaining, the whole emotional cycle, hoping this rumor fades the way many off-season fantasies do. Yet the story just keeps gaining momentum, and every day it grows more detailed, more specific, and more dramatic, leaving everyone wondering whether there might be more truth to this than anyone initially believed. The wildest twist in all of this is that some insiders claim the deal is already verbally agreed upon, just waiting for the right moment to be announced. According to the whispers, the Celtics have prepared a multi-layered, cap-clever contract that fits Haliburton's long-term expectations while keeping the team flexible enough to maintain championship depth. Meanwhile, Indiana is supposedly already scouting potential replacements and preparing statements to soften the blow if the news becomes official. Again, tutto isso, a rumor, burburinho, is speculatio pura, but it's spreading so fast and with so much conviction that it's becoming impossible to ignore. Whether it's a leak, a manufactured story, or a smokescreen for a different move, the NBA community is hooked. Everyone is refreshing timelines, double-checking insider accounts, and staying glued to every snippet of information that might confirm or deny the biggest twist in the league's recent history: TYRESE Haliburton leaving the Pacers and joining the Boston Celtics. What really adds fire to this rumor is the supposed internal shift happening within Boston's front office. Multiple speculative sources claim that the Celtics have been quietly searching for a new offensive brain, someone capable of elevating the team's ball movement and unlocking layers of creativity the roster has never fully tapped into. And suddenly, Haliburton fits that description perfectly. According to the whispers, Boston believes he can be their version of a modern floor general, someone who blends elite passing vision with scoring efficiency and playmaking flair. This rumor paints him as the missing ingredient in a long-cooked recipe. People are imagining how seamlessly he could integrate, how his unselfish style aligns with the Celtics' culture of discipline and self-improvement. And like every rumor that gains traction, fans and analysts alike have begun drawing imaginary basketball maps, envisioning plays, rotations, and statistical leaps that turn Boston into a frighteningly complete team. The idea alone has sparked debates, videos, and heated arguments across every platform, turning Haliburton into the center of the NBA universe, whether he likes it or not. Simultaneously, there are whispers suggesting that Haliburton has secretly grown tired of the expectations placed on him in Indiana. The Pacers expected him to be everything: the leader, the scorer, the assist machine, the locker room voice, the franchise symbol, and the hope for the future. And while he embraced that role with enthusiasm in the beginning, the rumor claims he felt weighted down by the pressure of carrying a young team that is still years away from title contention. Boston, on the other hand, presents an environment where he wouldn't have to be the sole hero every night. The Celtics already have stars, veterans, defensive anchors, and a winning structure in place. The rumors suggest Haliburton wants to join a team where his brilliance enhances an already established core instead of being the foundation holding everything together. This idea has become a strong pillar of the speculation, feeding narratives that sound both plausible and dramatic enough to keep fans locked in with growing curiosity. Another factor that rumor spreaders keep emphasizing is the alleged private admiration between Haliburton and Jason Tatum. Clips are circulating of them laughing together during Team USA camps, exchanging friendly banter after games, and showing mutual respect in interviews. The rumors suggest that this connection may have served as the gateway to deeper conversations about teaming up. Some even claim that Tatum has been quietly pushing the Celtics front office to pursue Haliburton, describing him as the perfect playmaker to elevate everyone's game. Whether this is true or simply fabricated social media drama, it's the type of narrative that spreads like wildfire. Fans are imagining a new big three, debating who would take the final shot, how the touches would be shared, and how defenses would even attempt to contain such a dynamic trio. The idea feels cinematic, almost too perfect, but that's exactly why the rumor refuses to die. The NBA loves a storyline, and this one is writing itself in real time. Adding yet another layer to this swirling storm is the sense that Indiana may be approaching a crossroads of their own. Rumor has it that internal disagreements about their timeline, roster construction, and long-term strategy have created friction behind the scenes. Some sources, again unconfirmed, suggest that Haliburton felt blindsided by decisions that didn't align with what he believed the team needed to move forward. Others claim the Pacers were hesitant to fully commit to his vision of building aggressively around him. All of these unverified stories paint a picture of miscommunication and frustration simmering beneath the surface. While the Pacers publicly present unity and optimism, the rumors depict a team unsure of its identity and caught between rebuilding and competing. In this environment, the idea of Haliburton feeling uncertain about the future becomes fertile ground for speculation. Fans and analysts latch onto the smallest signs, a comment, a facial expression, a vague answer, interpreting everything as evidence that this rumor might hold weight. Some insiders even suggest that the Celtics have been preparing for this possibility for months, quietly clearing salary pathways, adjusting their draft strategy, and keeping certain assets fluid in anticipation of a blockbuster opportunity. This rumor claims that Boston has been evaluating Haliburton for a long time, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. They supposedly believe he is a generational connector, the type of player who makes superstars even better while elevating the entire team's offensive ceiling. Celtics fans have embraced this narrative fully, imagining how their team would look with Haliburton orchestrating the flow, pushing the pace, and threading impossible passes that would electrify TD Garden every night. Meanwhile, Pacers fans are desperately hoping this entire conversation is smoke without fire, a baseless offseason saga designed to stir chaos. But the louder the rumor becomes, the harder it is for anyone to ignore it. The emotional roller coaster across both fan bases shows no signs of slowing down. To cap it all off, the final twist circulating through the NBA rumor channels is the claim that a major announcement is expected soon, though nobody knows what it is. Some say it's unrelated, some say it's about Haliburton, and others insist that the Celtics are on the verge of revealing something that will shock the league. This kind of wording is exactly what keeps speculation alive, fueling hours of discussion and endless theories. Maybe it's all coincidence. Maybe it's exaggerated. Maybe it's nothing. Or maybe, just maybe, TYRESE Haliburton abandoning the Pacers and joining the Boston Celtics isn't just a wild rumor, but the first tremor before an actual earthquake hits the NBA landscape. Until anything becomes official, the basketball world remains suspended in that chaotic space between disbelief and anticipation, where every whisper feels like a headline, and every headline feels like history waiting to happen. But before we continue, please remember to subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest news about the Boston Celtics. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. Rumors have now escalated to the point where some insiders are claiming that Haliburton has already begun searching for housing options in the Boston area, triggering even more frenzy among fans who are convinced the move is real. According to the speculation, he has shown interest in properties close to the Celtics training facility, which only added fuel to the fire as fans flooded social media with theories, screenshots, and even supposed sightings. Whether these sightings are real or just people desperate for a storyline, no one knows. But that's exactly what makes the rumors so intoxicating. The NBA rumor ecosystem thrives on half-truths and coincidences, and this one has everything: drama, timing, star power, and a twist that could reshape the balance of the Eastern Conference. People are so invested that even the smallest detail is being blown out of proportion, turning harmless coincidences into evidence that Boston is about to pull off one of the most stunning moves of the decade. Another rumor gaining traction is that several Pacers players are privately devastated, not only because of the possibility of losing their franchise leader, but because they allegedly didn't see it coming. The speculation claims that the locker room has been unusually quiet, with players feeling a mix of confusion and disbelief. Some whisper that Haliburton hasn't been fully transparent about his frustrations, while others suggest he confided only in a few close friends on the roster, creating an awkward divide. Again, none of this is confirmed, but the narrative of a team blindsided by its brightest star fits perfectly with the chaos that fans love to analyze. Analysts are debating whether the Pacers' front office mishandled the situation, whether they took Haliburton's loyalty for granted, and whether this entire story could have been avoided if communication had been clearer. It's a classic NBA drama template, one spark turning into a wildfire overnight. And now, perhaps the wildest rumor yet suggests that the Celtics have already prepared promotional concepts for a hypothetical Haliburton introduction, including visuals, branding drafts, and even planned social media rollouts. Even if exaggerated, this detail sent fans into a frenzy because it paints a picture of a franchise quietly confident that something massive is coming. The idea that Boston could already be preparing to welcome him just adds another dramatic layer to an already explosive rumor. Celtics fans are refreshing their feeds like it's draft night, waiting for any sign of movement, while Pacers fans cling to hope that this entire saga is nothing more than off-season noise amplified by social media. The NBA thrives on these moments, the suspense, the whispers, the emotional swings, and Haliburton has unintentionally become the protagonist of the biggest question mark in the league. Whether the rumor is real or destined to fade, it has already done what all great NBA storylines do: capture the imagination of millions and make the entire league feel like it's holding its breath. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Boston Celtics, please subscribe to our channel and give the video a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.